Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Rattlers, 1976. I'm giving this 3 out of 5 stars. It surprised me, especially after the horrible first half of the movie with the annoying women's lib, feminazi, love interest, constantly complaining that she can't get a job at the University of UCLA. I guess it's because women tend to get pregnant, and that's why they're being discriminated against in the workplace during 1976 and to this day. Gee, who would have thought? Anyway, she plays the victim. She's constantly whining in this professor's face about this minimum wage and smog. I remember smog from this time period. She has a point there. But like I said, she's part of the victim class where everything is the white male's fault. And that pretty much sums up the first half of the movie, I think. So it starts out with these two kids. They're camping out with their parents somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere close to Los Angeles or maybe Las Vegas. Who knows? And she's the two kids go snooping around, but right before nightfall, they're looking for a skeleton or something out in the Death Valley or whatever, wherever the heck they are. The movie doesn't say, but it's close to some kooky army base. I'll get to that later. That's kind of the high point of the movie at the halfway point. It starts to get way better fast. And when I say it's one of the better animal horror movies, I mean, Frogs was just absolutely atrocious, painful to watch from beginning to end. So that's why this movie surprised me quite a bit. But getting back to the story. So after the incident with the two kids, okay, this professor guy at UCLA, he's a herbologist or something. I don't know. He's into snakes, pythons, rattlesnakes, you name it. He's got all these snakes in a cage, and he studies them and teaches class. Well, he's asked to investigate all these snake attacks. So he does. He's got the annoying assistant, like I mentioned, who's not attractive and very annoying. There's no nudity in this, by the way. It's pretty much a PG movie. It's got a PG rating, and not a great flick, but it wasn't horrible. I mean, the second half was worth the first 40 minutes or so. Having to torture myself watching the first 40 minutes. So this guy's investigating all these rattlesnake attacks. The janitor lets loose one of his pythons from the cage and almost attacks another professor who almost has a heart attack. That whole sequence there was equally as ridiculous and dumb as the first scene that I mentioned with the kids in the rattlesnake den or pit or whatever that thing was. It was totally fake and didn't look real. There's another scene with a woman in a bathtub, and the snake comes into the bathtub, and it's not even a rattlesnake, you can tell, because there's no rattle in the tail. The length of the snake is much longer, and the body is much thicker, and it doesn't even have the same scales as a rattler. But I guess they use the non-lethal snake as a substitute for the rattler, so that the woman in the bathtub wouldn't get bitten by an actual rattler. Plastic snake. Hey, he's back, Mr. Adrian. Hey, welcome to the chat room. Pretty cool. Pretty good. It was a pretty good. No, you just see her back and that's it. Pretty lame. It's PG, so no nudity whatsoever. And yeah, the last half of the movie you got to see though. Yeah, it's a low budget animal movie. I wanted to compare it to Frogs, but actually the last half of the movie was way better than Frogs, because it's got the reason why the rattlers are attacking people and killing them is because of some kind of biological warfare on the army base. Like there's some cool government conspiracy going on at the army base with this crazy general. Oh, you saw Frogs with what's his name? Who was in Frogs? I forgot his name. Oh, Ray Milland. That's who was in Frogs. God, it's pathetic to watch him in such a horrible movie. Frogs was just painful to watch from beginning to end. But this one was actually entertaining from the last half onward. Because like I said, it's got the government conspiracy with the biological warfare that got shelved and then revived at some little obscure army base. It's causing all the rattlers to kill people. And supposedly it's a nerve agent that when sprayed on the opposing army, they go into a fit. Oh, venom. I'll have to look that, see if that's on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Netflix. Thanks for the tip. Anyways, so it causes the opposing army to go in this crazy fit without any shots fired. They can easily overtake another army with this nerve agent. So for some reason, the general who's in charge of this crazy cockamamie scheme buried it. Oh, Oliver Reed. Cool. Now I know for sure it's not on Netflix. Let me look it up. I just watched Evil Angels, also known as A Cry in the Dark with Meryl Streep, and I kept referring to the Australian dog as dingo or something. I probably mispronounced it, but whatever. I'm still learning about Australia, okay? The reason why I really love this movie, you got to see the general like lobbing grenades at the sheriff and the professor and his new girlfriend, who is yelling at her about her discrimination rant, how women are being discriminated in the workplace. I'm going to puke when she said that. It's pretty obvious why, because women are getting pregos, unlike men, even to this day, which is probably the explanation for the pay differential between men and women. So it's not that big of a... oh yeah, the dingoes. I called it something else in my movie review, and I apologize for that. I think I mispronounced it, or I changed a letter. I called it like Dilgo or something. I don't remember. I never heard of that dog before until I watched the Meryl Streep movie yesterday. So learned a lot about Australia from that movie, believe it or not. Not to mention the Seventh-day Adventists, which I knew nothing about. So what was the movie you were talking about? Venom? Venom. Well, when I search for Venom on Netflix, it comes up as a 2018 PG-13 movie about Eddie Brock. So that movie is not on Netflix, unfortunately. Sorry. So towards the end, he's the crazy general shoots. Yeah, I'm not gonna add the 2018 Venom. It's the stupid Spider-Man spin-off, which is the reason why I don't watch movies after 1995 that much, because it's all Disney and comic book crap for the most part, and not my cup of tea, if you know what I mean. So it figures that Netflix would have the friggin' comic book movie Venom rather than the Oliver Reed movie, which is much more interesting. Anyways, so the guy shoots his biological warfare scientist. He starts burning all the evidence, because you notice he's in deep doggy doo. He's responsible for all these snake attacks from his nerve agent that he buried in the mine shaft, which also happened to be the location of the rattlesnake den. What a coincidence, eh? And so he shoots his main scientist. He starts burning the evidence, and then he hides out next to the mine shaft where all the rattlesnakes are are the killer rattlesnakes, and he starts lobbing hand grenades, and he starts shooting at the sheriff and the other general who's taking over the base after the crazy general pretty much forfeited his command. And it's funny because the scene where he gets shot, and then all these grenades go off next to the mine is just incredible. You got to see it. The print is in horrible shape and really grainy, and it makes the sound like it makes this humming sound like it's really old. But anyways, it was kind of good for this kind of animal horror genre. I don't know if it's as good as the 1982 Venom, but you can watch this one. I'm not a big fan of this genre to begin with. I think I saw Suzanne Summers in a movie about bees. Suzanne Summers. Trying to think. Suzanne Summers. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to remember the name of that dang movie. Here, let me look it up. She's been in so many movies. Incredible. But I'm thinking of the 70s movie with the bees in it. Filmography, here we go. Maybe it wasn't Suzanne Summers. Never mind. I'll be danged. Anyways, Invasion of the Bee Girls. I think I've seen that. Is that with yeah, it's with William Smith. Yeah, I have seen that. I don't remember if what rating I gave that movie. It's been so long, but thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I probably gave it 5 out of 5 stars because number one, it's 1973 movie with William Smith, and number two, the reason you mentioned lots of nudity and good stuff. But yeah, that's it was released on DVD as Graveyard Tramps, and it was part of a 4-movie package called 4 Cult Movie Marathon Volume 1. It's got The Devil's Eight, which wasn't that good, Vicious Lips, and Unholy Boilers? I don't know. Never seen that one, but yeah, Invasion of the Bee Girls. I wonder if I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I bet you I did, but I can't remember for the life of me. Because it's been like I don't know, 10, 12 years since I saw that movie. But anyways, uh, was it Killer Bees? I don't know. I don't even remember some of these movies. That's why I dislike this genre so much. It's because I can't remember the movies. They're so ridiculous and lame. Like Frogs was horrible. Bog. Mm. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen one of these animal horror movies too from the 70s. There were a lot of them. Um, but anyways, let's see what I got coming down the pike in terms of movie reviews. I've got Hitchhike to Hell, 1977. So that's what I'll be watching when I wake up in the morning. Probably morning over there. January 2nd, I'm guessing. Or something like that. It's got to be New Year's Day over there. But yeah, it's New Year's Eve here. I got the whole day off tomorrow. I got the Sonic interview on Tuesday, which is where my coworker is going. And so I've got the interview for Thursday. It's pretty much a done deal. They're going to hire 9 people, and I'm like the 4th guy. And they really want to hire me. They even told me what to say during the interview because they know I can work 14 hours straight on Saturday with a couple lunch breaks and maybe some 15-minute breaks in between, which is what they're looking for. They want somebody who can climb up on roofs and get the fiber installed for, fiber, DSL, copper, any kind of thing like that for customers on the weekend, which is when they prefer to be home is on the weekend. So I think I got that. I'm sick and tired of working for a cable construction company for Comcast. That place is ridiculous, and I'm not supposed to say bad things about my the bosses there. During my interview, I'll just say, I'm looking for better opportunities, blah, blah, blah. Try to sugarcoat it like that. And I got to talk about my customer service, so I've been thinking about that. And yeah, it's going to be fun going to people's houses, installing fiber. And they offer me an iced tea and go to the next one. Lots of driving. I like getting paid for driving because I can listen to the radio. And, don't really consider it working, but I'm still on the clock, and I'm using somebody else's van and gas card, that kind of thing. So yeah, should be a pretty decent job. They're even talking about giving me promotion before I even start. So that's a good sign. I think I finally found a job that has some kind of career path, uh, has some kind of income growth potential. So that's going to be interesting next couple weeks for me, trying to figure out my schedule and trying to juggle 2 jobs and my son and movie reviews. But tomorrow I'm going to try to get three movies in. I told you that the name of the first movie, it's Hitchhike to Hell, 1977. Hitchhike to Hell. It's another box office international movie, and yeah, 1977, but it didn't get released till 1983. So it took 6 years to release this one. It gets a 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Okay, so this guy Howard, this young man who drives a truck for commercial laundry, he's also a mother-obsessed psycho, picks up young female hitchhikers, rapes them, and kills them. As the bodies start piling up, the police finally begin to investigate. Wow. Sounds like my kind of flick. Hitchhike to Hell. And box office international picture, rated R. And the movie poster says there's no such thing as a free ride. A couple of white youngins in their Daisy Dukes and their bikini tops with their thumbs going like this. So that's what I got lined up first thing in the morning tomorrow when I wake up. I'll try to squeeze 2 more in. That's the plan. Yesterday I reviewed 3 movies. Cry in the Dark, aka what was it called in Evil Angels, I think, in Australia and New Zealand, which was okay. I didn't really care too much for that one. And then there was The Big Steal, which was even worse. Robert Mitchum noir that couldn't make up its mind if it was a noir or a romantic comedy. But the first movie that I reviewed yesterday, Illegal, was the movie to watch. That movie is awesome. I love it. Highly recommend it. So that's about it. I've been rambling for like 30 minutes. 3 on a meat hook. Oh, wow. I'm getting all kinds of movies to look up on Netflix. I got to check out Bog and 3 on a meat hook. Anyways, yeah, sorry for getting the Australian dog name wrong on my last review, but I kept repeating that the name of the dog out there in the outback, and Bog was rubbish. I still want to see the remake of The Wizard of Gore, even though you said it was pretty bad. I just got to see Crispin Glover after he got rejected from Back to the Future, he started making these crazy movies, and his career kind of went downhill from there, I guess. Crispin Glover. Anyways, yeah, I gotta cut this off. It's going on 30 minutes, but thanks for 3 on a Meat Hook. I'll have to look up these movies on Netflix, see if I can find them. Ooh, Asian girl in it. Yeah, that's the reason to watch. Is for the nudity, I guess. Wizard of Gore remake. So, I bet you she shaved her pubic hair though. Anyways, I'll let you go. I'm gonna take a 10-hour nap and then start the movie marathon first thing in the morning. Laters.